Hello everybody and welcome to another Genshin Impact livestream. Has been on this wonderful Thursday. Hello baby Smith, I hope you're having a great day. I'll be becoming better so you can touch my livestream. Okay. Let's start with some dailies. We will do the bike quest hopefully today. The like follow up to the lantern ride. There's a new Selling Chronicle and all the other dailies. Or weeklies rather. My transformer should be available now? 44 minutes. Okay, it will be up shortly. Because last time it was up so late I had to do this after the stream. Because 2 weeks ago I forgot about it and then I did it like right before going to sleep. Around midnight if not later. Must have been later than midnight because otherwise it would have been up earlier. And then last week I had to do it off stream still because the cooldown wasn't ready yet. And now I'll finally be able to do it properly. Hopefully I don't forget. That is. Also, Escoffier cooking. Will need to be done. Whoa, creepy by head. Head empty. We need to lure them away from the music. Oh, okay. Thank you, Luga, for your service. Oh, she also died. Oh, she's level 20. I guess it makes sense. But we protected the music disc. I will. Oh, I almost drowned as well here. I will do her boss today. We will make her a bit stronger. I can be fine in the overworld, but not when she's level 20 with a level 1 Iluga. Oh, nice. This is right next to a statue. We want to tip here anyways. Here we go. Had to take like 3 little steps. The line of Columbina is so nice. Enemies where? Oh, that's it? Okay, here we go. Let's get these crystals. Can her E deal damage to crystals? Oh! Okay, it's not like huge damage, but it's decent damage. It is Geo. And maybe when I use my E, I could actually like... Yeah, destroy them fairly quickly. Wait, she's actually a good miner. Despite not being like a Claymore user. Premium overworld character. Should be premium once we get the... Should be premium in Liyue once we get her gadget. Although, because it's a gadget you have to equip separately, do you even need Ziba in your team? And all the G abilities mine well? It can still like depend. Oh, we need gliders. It has to be something white. But it's like white-green. So this white-blue don't really look that well. None of these wings really hit. Maybe this. I don't love it. Maybe we do go snow. Yeah. It's not great, but I feel like it's still best. I will keep her weapon. It lines up really well with her. Better than the skin. The skin isn't bad either though. If I had Harbinger of Dawn, I would definitely be playing the skin. It matches her like golden ornaments, but the weapon is just, yeah, pretty. Iluga with the fav, gotta conceal it. Actually, he doesn't even have fav. Do we have a free fav for him? One of my favs is on Rosaria. I guess he can take this level 60 fav. Can I level this up? No. Crossbow mount 1. I need to level up more favs. I only have 4, or only have 3. This is the 4th one, but it's like level 60 only. Glider. The grey one actually looks pretty good with him, but I don't like using it. This isn't bad. Yeah, we could go with this. Like little brownish vibe it has. This is a bit too bright. It's not bad either. But yeah, I do own the shimmering galaxy wings, so we'll use those. He also has a purple shirt. This is... Wait, is this the Sleeper Peak? The Storm Strider? Like he has purple here. And it kinda goes well with the rest of his outfit. You know what? I'm going with the Electro Wings. Double when crafting. I mean, even then it will just be level 70 instead. That's not that big of a deal. 90 your boss. Shiori too strong. Destroys everybody by herself. Foul? Wait, they died when I teleported. I teleported and the Columbina E hit them and they died immediately, the bears over there. It was not my fault. I would have killed them anyways. Oh, my game slightly lagged here when I was falling. Oh no, not this. Hello, Did Gamer. I could be playing a Z-Bite team with Shironen, but I would have to kick out Iluga, so I need Iluga in the friendship team. But one of the best Z-Bite teams is Columbina, Columbina Inefa, and then Shironen. The downside of Shironen, so like Shironen's shred is just very useful. And she buffs geo damage as well, which is not huge, but it's not irrelevant. But the big issue is that you cannot play more geo characters when you have Shironen. If you play 3 geo, Shironen stops working. She becomes useless. She even stops healing. Doesn't heal, doesn't shred. All she does is Cinder City at that point. So you cannot play Iluga or Chiori or Goro. You need to play something that's not geo. So either double Hydro or you play Inefa. Sometimes the 4 stars can elude you, but doesn't mean that getting 4 stars is harder than 5 stars. It's just, you know, it can happen that you don't get the 4 star you want. Boss. Fight. Ooh. I have never been here before. I only have the teleporters activated. I still haven't had time to explore the new areas. Let's hope my level 20 Z-Buy will be strong enough to reach the boss. There's just way too much stuff to do in the game right now. I will not grab the shinies. Wait, can I light this up? No. Because like, you can see how often I play Genshin. I play Genshin a lot. There is so much to do this patch. Okay, one waypoint done. Even if we die, we can TP back. Yeah, I'm gonna like leave them alone. These chickens. No ill will. Yeah, I'm just passing by. Don't mind me. Level 103 chickens versus my level 20 Zibai. Here we go. We reach the boss. Can we beat the boss with this team? Does he have the same thing where he summons chickens in this fight, or is that Stygian exclusive? I'm still alive. And casting the very useful level 1 in Illuga Burst. Yo, I actually won! I actually won! You're 18? 18 is just a baby. Fresh out of the womb. I will switch to a faster team for this. It will be faster just switch to Flames and destroy him in one hit. Baby Jibai, let the adults handle it. I also like a bit faster. Your Zibai was Pyro and called Dihya. Unfortunate, but she's like not a bad character to lose your 50-50 to, all things considered. But just losing the 50-50 overall is not great. Oh, we got a quadruple drop! Huge! Huge. Immeasurable resin savings. I mean, I'm not even sure if one quadruple drop does anything. We might need to get like 3 of them for it to actually matter. I'm not actually sure. Because it only matters if I can save 40 resin. Oh, he appears behind me. Also, who are the people calling you baby? Your mom? Random ladies? It's not nice to call your mom a random lady. Okay, we can now level her up a bit. She was already doing some decent damage at level 20. Yeah, and I could have gotten all the way to 40. Do I have Frenzy Stick? Nope. I will pull it next patch. Hopefully. If fate permits. Oh, no code for Ascension 3, yeah. And we are 1 mat off. Yeah, so like the quadruple drop so far has done nothing, right? But then from 8 to 12, that's +4, and then +8 again. So it will be useful eventually, even a single drop. Is his Sig worth it? It's solid. But... probably like a bit worse than average. Because like, not because the weapon is bad for him or anything, the weapon is amazing for Flames. But he just deals like half the damage in his teams. Compared to like Zibai, who's gonna be doing more like 70. Unless you play Columbina in FA and then Zibai also does half. If you play Columbina in FA, Shilon and Zibai, then Zibai does half the team's damage. But if you are playing more hyper carry, something like this. I mean, I guess this Cherry also deals quite a bit. If we take Mavuika as an example, who deals like 99% of her team's damage, then getting a Sig for her is like huge, because you increase all of the team's damage. Giving Sig to Flins, even if it's like 20% more damage for him, he deals half the team's damage, so it's like 10% only, and not 20 suddenly, right? That's the issue with any Flins investment. If you are lacking in FA or Columbina, then investing more into Flins would be, I guess, in theory better, because he will be doing more of the team's damage, but the team overall is worse, and you should prioritize pulling in FA and Columbina. Nah, the Sig is good. Like I said, I'm gonna pull for it next patch. When on the rerun. It was just a bad weapon banner on his initial run. He was with like Furina or something? I don't remember. He was with a weapon that either I didn't want or I already had. And I didn't want to pull on that banner. I still really like Flins, though, so I will pull his Sig. Best first option to buy? If you have some shielding or healing on your team, it's Harbinger of Dawn. If you can stay above 90%, it gives like 48 crit damage and then 28 crit rate. That's huge. If you cannot stay above 90% HP reliably, you can use the Flute of Espital. Espital? Yeah, something like that. You can use this if you don't have a shielder, if you don't have enough our Jungli. Or Shilonen. But like most teams should have some form of defense. But yeah, if you're playing like Columbina, Luga, Goro, the like cheapest good Zibai team, you would not really have reliable healing, so you could go for the Flute. But if you have any reliable healing or shielding, if you happen to have Columbina C1, which gives a shield, or if you have Zhongli in your team, or if you have Inefa, or if you have Shilonen, all are very good options. Then it's Harbinger. What about Albedo's event weapon? No. Anything else that's not Harbinger or Flute is insta-dead. Some 5 stars can be like, okay. Like Light of Horizon is good. Cherry Sig is good. Right? But anything else that's not Harbinger or Flute, that's a 4 star, just no. Because it's just like flat damage, which is terrible. It's not lunar damage. Is Jade good? You're gonna overcap on crit rate. And the passive is useless because it gives you attack. So it's less crit than Harbinger. And you are gonna overcap because it's only crit rate. Frena was with Nefer. I'm not sure who was with Flins. You know what, I'm actually gonna check because I'm curious. No, I don't want to go Genshin, I want Genshin Wiki. We can go Flins. And then look for the banner. And look for alongside. Yelan, yeah. Yelan's weapon is pretty garbage. I didn't want that. I don't have Yelan's weapon, but yeah, wanted to avoid getting losing to that. So didn't pull. But now he will probably rerun with Varka. Varka will be a new character, new weapon, and then I can get a good one if I lose. Was my Yao Yao using an attack scaling spear? My Yao Yao is not using anything. She's level 60. She just is holding a random weapon for no good reason. Okay, so that was all there is in here. We can level up some of her talents as well. I do like leveling up everything to 2, so that I never need the green books again. Even useless talents, like the basic. I'm not sure, like, they really should have made the scaling of her basic attacks in her basic attack talent. I mean, I guess it's better for the players when her damage is more condensed in one ability. But, like, it's so weird that the basics she deals are in the skill. The skill would still be the best skill to level, even if the basics were in the basic. You would level skill first, then burst, and basics last. But like there will be a reason to level all of them. It's just kind of weird when a character has a useless talent, even though they technically use it. Like it's fine for like a Yao Yao to have a useless basic, because like she's just a support. That's understandable. But a character whose main gameplay loop is spamming basics and pressing the skill, and their normal attack is useless. Weird. Talent priority, skill first, biggest priority by far, and the burst is also solid. You do use your burst when it's up. So you can keep it like 2 levels lower or something, but eventually you want to max it out as well. Like it is technically better for the players, because it's cheaper to level the character. But I just... It just feels kind of bad, you know? If you are more or less just level up the skill. The skill is gonna be like 80% of her damage, maybe like 70. 70 to 80. And the burst would be the rest. Basic is 0% of her damage. Yeah, Morax actually has a sugar mommy in Hutao. Yeah, having a burst that's like best left uncasted also feels pretty bad. Wait, all the other characters disappeared. They used to be here. Characters like Emily and stuff, they're gone now. I hope I didn't miss out on anybody. I hope only the ones I already talked to disappeared. Ideally, they wouldn't have disappeared at all. I'm gonna collect some flowers because then I will go to my teapot. One of the biggest shames is Varesa, where she has 2 bursts. So it's like, oh wow, such a cool character. You have like the big burst and the mini burst, but then it turns out that the big burst is absolutely useless garbage. And you should never press it, and if you press it by accident, you lose a ton of DPS. Hello, Ronan. And it does look very cool. It even has 2 modes. Like, it can have an empowered mode, where you cast it right after a plunge, when you are in the buffed state. And it's still worthless. I can't even change. You just have to kinda like remember the timing. So yeah, Versa is a big shame. Flinz is slightly better, because for Flinz the big burst is actually like fine. The big burst has a damage similar to the small burst. And if you have enough energy gen, you can actually use both. And it is a DPS gain to get an additional burst in. But still, his big burst should be like slightly better maybe. But yeah, especially if you have his Sig. Really helps with energy. And then you can cast the big burst more often. So like that's okay, Flinz is fine with the dual burst. But Varesa is kind of... Her gameplay is super fun, but she doesn't have 2 burst modes, she only has 1. That's not actually the flowers I wanted to collect, I wanted to collect the water plants. Getting some silk flowers is not bad though. Okay, don't kill yourself, Varesa. When running off cliffs. Oh, oh the angle. The turning angle on Varesa is kinda wide. What Shaska burst do? Damage. It's a good burst. It's like in the category of you press it when you have it, but you don't build ER for it. But it just deals damage to enemies around you with like the properties of your other teammates' elements, just like the rest of her kit. It's just like a big charge attack. More or less. So that's like okay, I don't mind it when a burst is like, you don't want to build ER for it, but it's good when you have it. But yeah, some bursts are just a DPS loss. Here is where I want to go. When is theater day? When I have the time. When I'm done with events. Because I was doing Stygian up until Lantern Rite came out, right? I finished Stygian like a day before Lantern Rite or something. And then I was doing Lantern Rite. So... let's get the pie numbers. I will need them for somebody eventually. I will be ready. And yeah, at this point might as well make my Z-Buy usable. But that's not really the priority here. The priority is just waiting for... to have time. Hello, Sayonara. Grab the trust, grab the friendship. Furnishings. I still don't have the other ones. Because I haven't done any event activities. I can make more of these lanterns because I'm too poor for that. Let's make some little Finchies. Just made 1.6 million more from all your leftover region sigils. Very nice. Maybe I should take a look at those as well. What are they actually here? 154? 37? We've got something going on here. Especially the pyro. It's like 1400 Leo ones. Okay, I don't have that many. Cannot use in current state. Can't teleport. In multiplayer. Screw you. Let's get some cooking done, and then we'll do the Columbina anecdote. And then spend the rest of my resin, the one that the part that's condensed. Gotta get them free food every week. Although the difficult combat events where you could actually use the high quality food got replaced by Stygian where you cannot use food. So food was like almost useful for a while and now it's useless again. I think I won't be... oh no, wait, 16 minutes? No, I don't want to do this yet then. Let's go for the Serenic Chronicle, I guess. And we'll do cooking later. Because I need to do them both at the same time or I'm gonna forget about the other. Hello, Wilson. Okay, where is... oh! Up there! Renfield addiction is only getting worse. This cave has like great acoustics. She's like all the way up there and you can hear her perfectly. And the next gacha I will try is like Honkai Nexus Anima. And then Varespura. Nothing else until then. Oh, she's actually singing. I did not have autoplay on, so Paimon kinda jump scared me.
こっちにおいでよ。
また月並べか？
うん。しばらくやってなかったから。
Oh, we're playing tic-tac-toe again. Are those the same as before?
三月の女神になったからコマを何回も動かせるなんてことないよな。
心配しなくてもそんなズルはしないよ。
ひひ、ただの冗談だぞ。
じゃあ始めようか。
Place visualizing the moon on the board. When 3 of your pieces form a line, you win. Note: when either player plays more than 3 pieces, the earliest piece they place on the board will be removed. Yeah, so it's the same rules as last time. They're just reminding us. For a sec, I thought the board is composed of like 2x2 squares, but no, it's not. Oh, that's how you look at Columbina. Oh, I never
私
knew.
の顔に月の答えが書いてある？
I never realized I can press on the arrows to look at Columbina last time. I remember hearing people looked at Columbina, but I couldn't get it to work. Screenshot worthy, too much UI. Unless? Yeah, you cannot hide UI here. Wait, is my keyboard UK again? No, it's Polish. So yeah, I cannot hide UI here. So kind of a mid screenshot. Oh yeah, there's only one arrow. I never realized. Last time I like was I was trying not to win on purpose. And then the game just stopped. So I guess I will just win this time. Wait, I'm losing. No, but this will disappear, so I'm fine. I'm saying I guess I will try to win and then I almost
ここは
lost.
どうだろう。
We go here, but this will disappear then. Okay, we got her. You could make it significant. Yeah, and that's what I tried last time. But then she just ended the game.
もしかして私を見てる？
Your case is not subtle.
盤面はそっちだよ。私の顔に月の答えが書いてある？
Guys, demolish her.
この夜空は君のものだよ。
You have a wonderful time playing the game with Columbina.
3つの月がつながった。
どうしたんだ？今のゲームのことを考えてるのか？
ただこのゲームって不思議だなって思って。
ああ、そうだな。お前が授かった3つの月の力って夜空を支配するレベルをはるかに超えてるもんな。
うん。もし3人の女神の意見が分かれてなかったら、世界は違う運命をたどったのかも。
What were they like?
そうだね。最初に会ったのは光月の女神ソネット姉様。想像してたよりも活発な性格で、 やんちゃな妹みたいだった。光月の女神、アリア姉様は、3人の中で一番落ち着いてて、リーダーシップがあって、優しい神だった。ラウマと雰囲気が似てるかも。蒼月の女神、カノン姉様は、知恵と先見の明のある女神だった。最初に月を私に託そうとしてくれたのも彼女だよ。
Sounds like all of them were kind deities.
うん。考え方の違いはあっても、みんなテイワットが、
We need to bring them
こ
back.
の家が大好きだった。私がテイワットの未来について話すと、ほっとした表情で耳を傾けてた。この世界に豊かな未来が訪れることを心から喜んでた。だからこそ私に力を授けてくれたんだと思う。家に帰れるようにって。
そっか。もし会えるならありがとうって言いたいな。
私も。でも多分無理だろうね。幸い世界は前に進み続けてる。彼女たちに守られた人類もちゃんと生き延びて、月の三女神の物語を語り継いでる。
そうだな。毎日精一杯生きて悪党からこの世界を守ることが女神たちへの一番の恩返しになると思うぞ。
Or is it that new drip? Yeah, it's very weird that he returns to the old one, especially because, like, I guess for some events and whatever, you can do them like earlier, even though the Lantern Ride takes place canonically after the Not Cry Story quest, we do like mention it. But the Columbina anecdotes are like explicitly post getting new drip. So why is it not here? Very strange. But there was like one, I mean, leak that they are gonna make it so that the new skin is visible in future content. Like they are working on this already and somehow just couldn't get it done in time for like this patch. Yeah, I don't know. You certainly have a way with words, Paimon.
毎日を楽しく過ごす。これがオイラのモットーだからな。コロンビーナも毎日ちゃんと食べて寝て元気に過ごすん
How
だ
did
ぞ。
it, Hiro?
それとゲームがしたくなったらいつでもオイラたちを呼んでくれ。
うん、ありがとう。月並べをするたびに優しい姉様たちのことを思い出すんだろうね。
Is she still up there? Yes, the rest of the Japanese media wouldn't be a problem for you. I mean, I'm still pretty bad when it comes to reading, but I can watch anime without subs if it's like simple anime, like some high school slice of life-ish. I watched Kisekoi, Dress Up Darling, unsubbed, and yeah, that was fine. But if I wanted to watch some like sci-fi political drama, yeah, I would get very easily lost. And I tried reading a book. It was also fine when I was reading manga, because the dialogues were pretty simple. It was also like a slice of life manga, and there are pictures. But I tried reading a book, and it was a painful experience. I got through like a couple pages, but I was too exhausted to continue, because I constantly needed to look up words. But yeah, I could get there. I would just need some more perseverance.
これからも月光は照らし続ける。
The others are almost upon us. Yeah, I'm actually very excited for the next patch. How long did it take for me to get where I'm at? I mean, I think I started... Wait, I remember what was the first thing that prompted me to start learning Japanese. It was Japanese magazines with info on new Pokemon games that were being like leaked early but untranslated. And we would get the scans and they would just say waiting for translation. And I'm like, man, this is so BS. I'm not gonna wait for somebody to translate these. I want to read them myself. It can't be this hard. It was when the Gen 5 Pokemon games were getting released. And that's when I first started learning like hiragana and katakana. They were in 2010. So yeah, I probably like started learning, September 2010. So it must have been like 2010. So that's 16 years ago. What? But of course I wasn't spending 16 years actively learning. Or actively studying. But I did take like 2 or 3 years. 2 years, I think. At like a language school in a small group. Learning Japanese. And then I continued with the same teacher, but like private lessons 101. For like, it was a bit on and off. Maybe like a year or 3. I was also using a website called Wanikani to learn kanji. Also, it would be like a year of it, and then I would like drop it for 2 years, and then like restart again, and another year, and then drop it again. I was almost ready to pick it up again this year, but I was kind of broke. But yeah, I've been kind of like on and off. And also, of course, watching anime. And playing games with Japanese voiceovers. Especially because I tend to like actually listen to what's being said. Because you can very easily just like tune out the noise. If you are playing like a game with Japanese audio but English subs, it's very easy to just focus on the subs and not even listen to the audio. But that's never what I've been doing. Even when I knew no Japanese at all. When watching my first anime, Sword Art Online, I was still trying to listen to what they were saying. And I could pick up some simple phrases. Even after watching like a couple episodes only. And then as I was starting to learn more, I would be like, oh yeah, this word, I actually like recognize this. Is another language I think I might get into. I've been thinking about this. Learning languages can be pretty fun. When it comes to a language that would actually be useful to me, I feel like Chinese would be like the main one. But it would be quite the undertaking. I could learn something simpler for funsies, like Italian or something. And there are some fun Italian cooking channels on YouTube. So it wouldn't be like useless, but it wouldn't be particularly useful either. But also Italy is like a great place to travel to, so knowing some Italian wouldn't be bad. So if I wanted something easy, I would go with Italian. Spanish isn't bad either, one of the most commonly spoken languages in the world. Also something like easier. But yeah, it'd probably be like one of these. If I wanted something a bit more difficult, I could go with like a Nordic language. Those could also be fun. Still way easier than Chinese though. Okay, let's spend the rest of my resin. Over here. Over where? Over there. But yeah, one issue is that as long as I continue streaming, it's very hard to like do anything else that requires a lot of commitment. I will still continue using flints for now. Actually, maybe Ziba is good enough. That's level 50. Yo, I can ascend Iluga once. I can stream myself studying. No, I can't. Oh, I skipped his ascension line. Whoopsie. He took too long to start speaking it.
力は増しましたが、これではまだみんなを守るには足りません。
Adong. Okay, that's the extent of how far we can go for now. I should give him artifacts if we are. Yeah. What are these? Yo, EM. Not bad actually. That's a decent Iluga build. Not bad at all. Do I level up his? I mean, I might as well like take them one level up. Because it's one book per talent. I might play him one day. Probably not though. Not with a C2 Chiori on my account. When my Mora is dwindling. Learn piano. I would also like to learn to play an instrument. And piano would probably be like the best one. With my like long fingers. Piano sounds fun. But I would like need physical lessons. Learning just online would be kinda scuffed. But that takes time that I don't have if I want to continue streaming every day. My entire life is like in stasis because of the stream.
満ちて三月よ輝く
頼んだよ。
手伝って片付けましょうそこ行け洞察と知恵が熱量を生む洗い清めましょうやっはは
Okay, it wasn't like terrible. Ooh! Double drop. Actually, no, it's just a single double drop because I used condense, which is 3, and I got 1 double. Okay, it's not that amazing. Attack hat. Not a terrible feather. With high roll EM, high roll crit damage, and attack percent. Unfortunately, it's just a 3-liner. Very unfortunate. Pig feather, not even close. Defense Sans Instructors for Goro? Yeah. I gotta get those. It's not even a good piece.
流れて新月が
Meanest piece of all time.
内に染まって散りなさいや洗い清めましょうさあ雨上がりルリが月を映す
Man, the chickens are like flying all over the place. It's hard to actually get my sword stack properly. Will be 40 crit value? I mean, it very well might be, but 40 crit value is not great. Another double drop? Defense goblet on this set? No crit. Wrong set for defense sans. Defense sans and those are like a 3-liner. Maybe we can roll ER as the last one. Do you even care about ER on Goro though? You can just skill instead of burst, no?
三月よ輝け
光の裁きを受ける。
絹のよう
I
な
miss my
弱さ
Eon.
ね
Iluga.
と
Chicken swear?
行け価格守りし先行よ来たれ払い清めましょう
I love the horse noises when you press her E. Another double drop! Yo, that's 3 in a row! Wrong set for an HP goblet. This would be a good Columbina goblet if it was on the other set. Attack sounds with crit damage EM? Possible. Maybe. It's around as good as the feather from before.
移して新
Which isn't saying much because the feather was garbage.
灯火のもとに
ファッションは私が定義する次聞く価値もないははやっは洞察と知恵が律令を生むは行け
I would kinda clear them in one rotation. And not take too much damage. No double drop this time at all. Like this crit rate attack piece with the double HP is only like one sub worse than the piece from before. They are one subset away from each other. And you really call the previous one a great piece then? Like, is this almost a great piece? If the previous one was peak, then this is like one roll away from being peak. Double high roll? That is pretty decent, but it's a 3-liner. Hey, if this is mid, then the previous one is also mid then. Like, it has to be. Because they're so similar to each other. I should just burst it. ECM useful? It's not useless, I guess. Okay, oh no, wrong set, man. Wrong set! This would have been good. For goblets, the standards are way lower. But it's the wrong set. Attack hat with ER. More defense sounds? Those have EM. No, I don't care about EM for Goro. Do we spend this? No, I should spend this on Zibai boss. Yeah. I can actually go do it right now, I forgot. That's an option. So you can check out that failure of a feather. I guess my current piece is also a 3-liner. This is a 4-liner though, so like this piece is better. Because it's a 4-liner and the previous one is a 3-liner. This can be as good as the Durin piece I have right now. It's impossible for it to match. I guess it has 2 crit rate low rolls. Okay, this roll's kinda like terribly low. Let's see. We can go like halfway there. I mean, this is like around halfway to 20. It's gonna be like 3 EM rolls. Okay, crit damage high roll actually. And attack rolled 5.2, which is like mid-high. Oh, that's another high roll. That's 7.8 again. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Like, if it's gonna like high roll every single crit roll, then it's actually pretty decent. I do have to admit it. It was like against the odds though. This was not like the average outcome. There's a big high roll on the rolls. 16 EM now. Or should be 16 EM every time. 2.7 crit rate, low roll crit rate. Okay, it's definitely an upgrade for my Klee though, for now. But we are still looking for a better piece. There's just a stopgap. I guess I can throw this one out now. Yeah, this can go. I don't have a crit weapon right now. Hello, Xnay. Oh, the failed attempt at deleting his message. Now we reload crit rate. It's kinda mid. So yeah, we would get 33 crit rate from this. So it's like 77. And then this gives 20, so this is 97 crit rate clean. 97 to 179. Do we get crit damage from anywhere? Not really. We can get crit damage from... No wait, that gives attack. Escoffier gives attack. It gives crit damage to the wielder only. But it's not even 40 crit value, by the way. It's because this is 13.2. It's 36.5. 36.5 crit value on a feather. You want to be pushing 50 over here. Your math. What do you mean with your math? The attack is good. But it's a 3-liner feather. And only high rolled all but one of the crit rolls. And not every single one.
防衛モードを移して今宵月
目を閉じて暗闇は怖いですかはっ
And yeah, we can use this, because it will expire before next Stygian anyways. Another 4-drop! Yo, that's actually huge. Getting 2 4-drops? Why is the ground so weird here after I kill the boss, by the way? But yeah, this is actually sizable.
掃除対象ロックオン塵となってください
I just use all the bursts.
輝け6308
ほら夢なき眠りへようこそいやさ
And bro is just
あ
dead.
お静かに
I'm going to level the suns? Yeah, okay, we should try them as well. Which set were they on even? Was it the Inefa set or the Durin set? I already forgot. No way I got 3 4-drops today on this. That's like a free extra run. Getting 3 4-drops is like getting an extra 3 for free. That's 40 resin saved. This is so much better than the feather. Just getting 3 4-drops. It's like insane. Yo. What's with the new characters and just saying one-liners when you ascend them? I used to get a whole story when I would ascend the character, and she's just like, the soul returns. Whose soul? To where? Explain. What was this supposed to be? Okay. And I would give that feather away for 40 resin. Why have a guaranteed decent piece when you can gamba for a better piece? Okay. Now the team should actually be good enough to kill the boss like fairly quickly. So you're saying it was the Durin set? Sounds so good I forgot where they dropped. Oh, I have an off piece here. Because all my onsets were pretty terrible. Actually, this one is like not much worse, because this is a 4-liner, this was a 3-liner. But this one had ER, and this one has 2 bad stats. So it's pretty cope. We need to roll crit damage 5 times for this to be good. But I believe. Do I? Do I actually believe? I didn't believe hard enough. We low roll DM. Anything else we have? Some cope goblets. Why did I save this dendro goblet? What am I doing with these? Plus 18 pyro goblet. Let's throw this one out. Yeah, the Anemo is like fine, might be for Varka. Anemo, pyro, and attack goblets are apparently all about as good as each other. But I think because of Durin, it's actually hard to say, because Durin C1 gives attack, like an attack-like buff. So this makes me want to run damage bonus more, but then Durin C2 gives damage bonus, so now I want to run attack more. I just have to try both against the dummy and pick the better one. Venti gives damage bonus, so it's actually worse. And cons only give like shred and stuff, no? Shred. 25% anemo damage bonus. Shred. So yeah, if anything, Venti gives an edge to attack and pyro damage bonus. Because this is anemo damage bonus. And I mean, this is like anemo and this is all damage bonus for whoever swirls. So this gives both pyro and anemo damage bonus. So this makes attack better, and then C4 specifically makes attack and pyro slightly better and anemo even worse. So event it's more like you never go anemo if you have C4. Because you're already overbuffed on anemo. Oh no, wait, I guess. Oh, you know what? Like you could look at it another way. Because Venti gives you so much anemo shred, it like empowers your anemo damage more than your pyro damage. So your anemo damage will be a higher percentage of your total damage. So maybe the anemo damage bonus goblet makes more sense then. But you also get so much damage bonus that you probably just go attack at that point, even for anemo damage only. He also gives a lot of pyro shred at the same time. Overall, it's probably like fairly neutral. Ooh, code redeemed, code redeemed. 160 geodes of replication. That's the code that by the way, that's the code that I posted. And that's the code that like Addicted Gamer on somebody else posted. Whose code is better? Of course mine. Oh, my Welkin is... Oh, you know what? This is a 1000 Mora trick. My Welkin is ending in 2 days and I still didn't refresh it. And because of that, I got a mail with 1000 Mora reminding me to refresh my Welkin. If I refreshed it yesterday, I would not have gotten this 1000 Mora. There's like a 1000 Mora free hack. Just wait until the Welkin expires almost every time, and then you get 1000 Mora. You wish BB worked for Anemo? But then Venti's Anemo shred from his cons would be less valuable. You're getting that only 1k, but you have 0. Oh, speaking of Mora, we can go submit these. Although actually, I'm not even gonna pick Mora from them. Oh yeah, I don't actually want to hand them in. Oh, so where is the guy? Oh, they tipped me to the wrong place. That's not where the... Because I already maxed out the Tablet of Tona. I need to go to the... other guy. Is it ready yet? Yes, we can do this, but first... Where is the shop guy? Not this shop guy. Oh yeah, this is shop guy. Hello, Seisho. Yeah, we can either buy Mora here or these mats. I would rather buy these mats though, still. If we get a new Natlan weapon. This could be 3000 times 154. Like 450, like half a million essentially. But I could also have 100 of these. Which I would still consider more valuable. Like I still have 19 million. I'm not like that poor. It is dwindling, so I need to be careful, but I am still not poor yet. Let's go to my transformer and then we can start the G-Bike quest. An hour after I started the stream. I'm so fast. The moon. I mean, I feel like I'm the person here with better resource management. I should probably trust myself more. Let's do Pinecones again, but I need to, like, My pinecone supply will slowly decrease with time as well. Not bad, not bad. And it's selling Genshin again? That's great. Notcry has been pretty amazing. Go my minions. So I'm gonna have all of Natlan and all of Notcry to explore. I mean, most of Notcry, we still haven't gotten all of Notcry. Oh, we are done already. Very nice. And the Lantern Ride is always a great moment to come back. For all the freebies. Although this time... What do you mean by exclamation marks? Glider on Furina? That's from like a concert bundle? Not sure if that was paid or free though. Might have been paid. I don't remember. Some of these were paid and some of these weren't. But yeah. Wings of Transient Dreams. Obtain a trance-like flash as you enter a dream of the past through music. So wait, where were we? Like, you used to be able to buy them. You can buy them now. I want to say something about... Oh yeah, like the Lantern Knight is always a great moment to come back to Genshin. However, this time the Lantern Knight quest is actually permanent. The limited rewards are still limited and the limited activities. But the story is permanent. Same with the previous summer event. The previous summer event's story and the area are permanent. Speaking of permanent area, let's go gather some artifacts before we start the Z-Buy quest. We gotta stay on that grind. Yeah, Simulacrum being permanent is like a huge L, especially because it's so relevant. To Durin especially, but also to like a bunch of other things. They keep mentioning Simulanka with Durin, but it's like not available anymore. At least with stuff like Unreconciled Stars from 1.1, they later pretended it didn't happen if you actually weren't able to do it, right? In 2.0 or 2.1 or whatever, when we met Scaramouche again, if you haven't played 1.1, the game assumed you don't know him. That was your first meeting. But not with Simulanka. Simulanka happening was canon, and there is like no alternate explanation for people who haven't played back then. You just missed out, bad luck. That's a huge L. But yeah, they realized that these lore-relevant quests being limited is bad. So now the Bennett quest and the Z-Buy quest are permanent. But they are still not willing to bring back the previous quests. Can you still get the free 6-star in your mail? Huh? Genshin doesn't even have 6 stars. I don't think there has ever been a free one in mail. Or do you mean Alloy? But Alloy is still classified as a 5-star. And that was 4 years ago. And I think that's the only character we got through mail in Genshin, right? There are a bunch of like new player, like returnee benefits, which might include a standard 5-star. I've never been a returnee, I've never missed a single day of Genshin, so I do not know how the returnee events work. Weird flex, but okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you are a returnee you get a free standard 5-star. Or maybe you just get the one from the anniversary, and you can just like still claim it later? Because every year, on the anniversary, we get one standard 5-star for free, of our choice. That's like a promise they made. And so far they have delivered. And I think if you miss it, but then you are a returnee, you get to pick one anyways, like once per year. You can use your returnee benefits to pick the 5-star you missed out on during the anniversary. Oops, I pressed my E1 too many times. So I think you should be able to get it. When is the next? In September. But yeah, you just have to like launch the game and see what it will offer you. But you will get a bunch of goodies for returning after a longer period. And there's another event. Oh, wait, one of my artifacts went inside the building. Another permanent event. To temper thyself and journey far. Every 12 weeks, this path resets, and then if you just like play for 5 days per week, you get like one node, and after you get to the 8th one, you can pick a constellation. Oh, I cannot look at the characters. There's like a selection of characters. It's mostly everybody up until Fontaine, with the exception of Archons, and then Kazuha and Alhaitham for some reason. And you can pick a constellation for any of those once every 12 weeks. In 2 weeks it will reset, so like you will not be able to get much this time. You will be able to get like the crown because you have 2 weeks left, right? But then it will reset after 17 days and it will restart anew, and then if you play 5 days per week for 8 weeks, you will be able to get a constellation. So you could get your C6 catching then, or you could get a C1 Albedo who got buffed. Albedo and Klee got buffed. Also Venti and Mona. And Sucrose and Razor. And Fischl. And yeah, Klee and Albedo are very strong now. And have good early cons. So if you used to play Klee and you liked her, you can pick her C1 for free. And have one of the strongest pyro DPSs in the game. At no extra investment. You need to also pull some extra 4-stars, because there are some 4-stars that are required for those strong teams. But you will get them in like... You should get like at least a copy of Chevrus in 12 weeks. Or more like 14. 100 event in September? I would be surprised if you... Like, have you not gotten many of the like dupes? You pull so much. The movie came out 2 years ago. No, a year ago. Because we are now in Luna 4, which would have been 6.3. So a year ago was 5.3, which is around when Mobiga came out. You have a complaint to make? The more you play the game, the more you dislike the throwaway economy of characters. The more characters there are, the less we'll play with each one of them. So you can't get attached to characters because you have to use those you don't like if you want to clear all the content. That's not really true. Like, if you want to clear Stygian Dyer... But even then, like, I don't particularly love Nefer. And I just didn't play her. Against the Nefer bosses, I used, like, Skerk. If you have a lot of characters you dislike, and if it just so happens you dislike all of the strongest ones, like you hate Columbina, Mabuika and Skerk, yeah, kinda tough luck. But you can still get all the Primo Gems. You can still get all the Primo Gems by just clearing Abyss and co-oping in Stygian Menacing. So even if you are like a full waifu player only, and you will not play anybody you dislike, and you dislike all the top 10 most powerful characters, you can still get every single Primo Gem from endgame that the game has to offer. Because theater just depends on quantity of characters, they don't need to be particularly strong. You can just use your top, like, you know, 30 favorite characters or however many you need for the theater. It's like 24. I don't remember the numbers. Abyss isn't particularly hard. If you pull like a con or two on your favorites, you will be fine. And then Stygian is fully co-opable. You are only missing out on one reroll feather. So you can really play your favorites. I do, like, I play the strong characters. I'm not gonna say I only play the ones I like the most. But I have prioritized using characters that I like. Characters like Kinich. I played him in both of these Stygians, right? I skipped playing Varesa in all the Stygians with her. I used Shiguin, because I could and I love Shiguin, even though this wasn't even the easiest fall damage strategy here. Like three Stygians in a row of fall damage cheese. So yeah, like Amber was the best character to play in the last Stygian. She was part of the best team against the second boss. So I don't really see it like that. You have to Arlecchino rotting. Feels bad, man. Honestly, like the fast launch of new characters doesn't give me time to enjoy the old characters I like. Not really, especially because every character that comes out, every new character gets a Stygian boss designed for them, and every rerun also gets a Stygian boss designed for them. So there's always like some high level content. Like even if Nuvilet hasn't been super useful in most Stygians, he got a rerun, and now we can use Nuvilet in Stygian again, in Stygian Dire. And then Theater, like Theater is a big lifesaver for older characters. Because in Theater what matters most is character quantity. You just pick your favorites, and you get to play with them. Like it's only 2 fights for each character, but I love how Theater allows me to play older characters. Like I don't really play Wanderer, like really old characters, like Prefontaine. Prefontaine main DPSs can have it rough, you know? Some might have very good synergy with newer characters and they can still be okay-ish. But a character like Wanderer is, yeah, he's one of the weaker DPSs in the game right now. Or Yoimiya. So I can't really use them too well in Abyss or Stygian. I have played them in Abyss sometimes. There was like an Abyss with a normal attack damage buff. I used the Yoimiya and barely cleared. But I can use them in Theater. And I actually really enjoy using them in Theater. So that's super nice. Like the Novelette C1 which you're pulling for Jibai because you think you will need her to clear content. But like you definitely do not need C1 Jibai to clear content. Cause like what content are you even gonna like be clearing with your C1 Jibai? You are going for Dire Stygian? Like Dire Stygian is the mode for like meta min-maxing pretty much. Oops. But like a full 4-star team with G by C0 will be good enough for Fearless, and even then Fearless just gives you 1 reroll feather. Doesn't give you any Primogems, and Menacing is free, right? Stygian Menacing is free. You don't need characters to clear it. You can use the level 1 Amber and the level 1 Chichi and get carried. It's easier if you have decent characters, because yeah, it can be slightly challenging. It can be slightly challenging to carry somebody who does nothing, but usually you will do something, right? You like apply Hydro for lunar reactions or whatever. Oh, C0 Zibai. If you haven't pulled a single lunar character before, like you don't have Inefa, Lauma, Flins, or Nefer, getting Zibai will be pretty nice, because you can't just say I hate every character this year, but I want to still clear endgame. It doesn't work like this in almost any game, right? You can't go a year without pulling characters and complain you cannot clear the hardest endgame. But even then, like I said, Abyss is the only thing that matters for Primogems. Because for Theater, it's just character quantity. If they are decently leveled, you can play like, you know, characters without artifacts. You need to like invest in them a bit, but you can play whoever you like in Theater. And then Stygian is free, so it's only Abyss. And Abyss really hasn't become that much harder since... I mean, it is becoming harder slowly. But a C1 Nuvilet would still destroy... Like, C1 Nuvilet is probably even better at Abyss than Zibai on average. Because Nuvilet is the Abyss King. With his great AoE self-healing. Where am I going now? To Inazuma. So I feel like you are pressuring yourself to clear content you don't need to clear. You do not need to clear Stygian Fearless. I mean, guaranteed, you are... On average, you are gonna get 1 5-star per patch. Not guaranteed, because you don't get like 80 pulls per patch. Some patches can be more like 60, but the average PT for a 5-star is 63. So like on average, you will get 1 pull per patch, but you can easily go one entire patch without getting a 5-star. If you start at 0 PT, you can go all the way to 70 PT, not get anything, right? This can happen. But then you will like eventually get a patch where you get lucky, you get 2. And yeah, this might be a 50-50 loss. The 5-star you get. But yeah, if you are going for every other patch, then yeah, sure. You can definitely get a 5-star every other patch. Like a non-banner 5-star.
ヒーロー見参
But if you happen to not like the newer characters, then you can use some of your pulls to pull for more cons for your favorites. And cons are a great way of making older characters still more useful. How useful cons are depends per character. Some characters have great cons. You can pull like C2 Chaska, and she's a top tier DPS. While if you pull C2 Yoimiya, this doesn't really change anything. So like yeah, some characters can have it worse. It can be tougher with some. But overall, as long as you don't skip like 5 characters in a row, you should definitely be fine with Spiral Abyss. And then that's like all you need. I feel like people more often complain that we are not getting characters quickly enough. Genshin has some of the slower character release schedule. With usually only 1 character per patch.
ダイビングフィース
We have gotten 2 new characters this patch, 2 new 5-stars and one 4-star, but that's like rare for Genshin. And also if you are picky about like who you like and who you don't like, should make it easier for you to save more for your favorites. Right? If you feel like you like Nicole but you don't like anybody before, just save a bit. And then pull like C2 Nicole. If every character that comes out, like if you like every character that comes out, then that's a bit of an issue. They're like, sure. That is the point at which you are supposed to like, you know, pay for the Welkin, maybe top up here and there. They do need to make money. But yeah, if you don't like the characters, then shouldn't be an issue that there is too many of them. Because if they release characters you don't like, you just skip them and then pull for the ones you like later. And like if you go a couple patches without pulling for anybody, the endgame will get tougher on average. But then finally, eventually, a character that you like comes out. You can pull for their C2 because you've been saving for 6 patches, and now you can clear like the next 2 years of content with them. That's 1 team out of 2 in Spiral, and out of 3 in Stygian. But still, you know, you do that 3 times and bam, you are set for quite a while. I really like Kinich. And his gameplay is one of the main reasons why I like him, actually. For a lot of characters, it's like... For characters with like some tricky mechanics, like Mavuyka's combos or Kinich's stack management, his like bar management, it's kinda annoying if you try it at first, but if you actually like sit down and learn the good combos, it becomes really fun to optimize it. I was like this with both Kinch and Mavuika when I finally had to use them in Stygian Dire, and actually learned how to play them properly. And when you like execute properly, it's so fun. It's worth the pain. If a character has like super simple combos, like Flings, right? You just spam normals and press E, and mini burst. There isn't really much to min-max. I still like playing Flings, but you know, there isn't really that much satisfaction from playing Flings. Compared to like Mavuika and her combos. It can be way more rewarding to play Mavuika, even if it's tougher. And even if I will have to reset more because I keep messing up. It's all about... I mean, it's not about rhythm. It's about... The hardest part of playing Kinich is just doing the quick holds on his E. Because like to actually get the most damage on Kinich, you cannot tap E. You have to like quickly hold it and then let go instead of tapping. That's like the hard part about playing Kinich. The stack generation is mostly passive, it's mostly from burning. So it's not really about rhythm. It's about the quick hold. Instead of just tapping. But you know the time, if you just try the characters like once or twice, it will feel weird. And it's like, oh, I could just be playing my Flings and it's so much easier. Or I could just be playing Columbina in F and I don't even have to do anything with my own fielder. I press E on both and everybody dies. But when you actually land them, it's so much more rewarding. You just have to sit down, watch a guide. Watch a guide on 7 Pieces channel. And it's so rewarding when you actually get it. I still think that Mavuika's combos are a bit of a pain, but when I actually cleared Dire with her, that felt amazing. Or when I finally cleared Dire using like full damage cheese. With like Dispatch, with Zhongli and Traveler. It felt so good. I had to try like 4 hours of unsuccessful attempts, trying to position the enemy perfectly between rocks to get them stuck and die. But then it finally worked, and it was so satisfying. Two teams and Gintech. Not every Stygian will be Ginable, but a lot of them are. What are the pros and cons of Mavuika Citlali banner for free-to-play players? Oh, I mean, because in that patch, we got 2 new characters and they were both first half, and that was before we got the Lantern Rite rewards, right? Like this year, we got the Lantern Rite 10 pool, and also the 10 pool in mail, while the Columbina banner was still up. So we got all the 20 pulls from Lantern Rite for Columbina. And then Zibai's second half, so you have like 3 more weeks to grind some Primogems for Zibai. Wait, have I been on the other side? Not yet, right? But last year, we got 2 new characters, first half, and second half was double reruns, and all the 20 pulls were second half. So you were getting like, even though the entire patch was pretty... Like the entire patch gave you a lot of pulls, you only got like 30 of them on the first half, and then 60 on the second. And all the new characters were on the first half. So that was really scuffed. I almost didn't go for the weapons, but then I got very lucky on the weapon banner. I managed to do it, yes. I did change my strategy a couple times. Got something more consistent. Oh yeah, Sinbad! You were telling me that you have a setup that works consistently, that you can do in like 10 minutes. And then you never actually gave me a recording. I still want to see your like 10 minutes reliable setup. Oh, you did once in 4 hours? Yeah. But early on, I spent a bunch of time doing a less reliable version. And only with time, I got it like down to something that has a better success rate. I feel like if I wanted to do it again, I could get it in like an hour or two. I'm not gonna do it again though. No chance I'm doing that again. Especially because I got such a great time. I got a 20-second clear. That's like a very, very fast clear. I think 17 is the fastest I've seen. So I'm not doing this again. But it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I spent 3 streams doing this. Pretty much 3 entire streams. Would it be possible to get 180 if I really tried hard? I will need to cut 80 seconds. 40 per side. Nah. Man, why 180 is so tight. The 180 requirement. I could definitely do both sides faster. Especially the third one. I played terribly here. I played terribly, but yeah, like this team full C0 would still clear this if you actually played better. Even though I have like 2 cons here. But no Skerksig. So it's kinda like not as high investment. Okay. Been an hour and a half. Half the stream gone. Let's start this quest. Wait, wrong menu. Squatterunis. Would I get C1 Nubilet or Zibai C0 if I was free to play and like Nubilet more than Zibai? If I still liked Zibai in this hypothetical scenario, I would probably get the Zibai, because Nubilet C1 doesn't really do all that much. The resistance to interruption is nice, but doesn't actually help you if you are going for like faster clears. If your issue is I don't have enough damage, resistance to interruption does not help you. Just don't get hit, lol. And then he does get an extra stack from his passive, but there are teams where you get all of them for free anyways. Like in this Stygian, in the final boss, if you just play Nubilet Furina and then 2 different elements, you get 3 stacks because the boss is Pyro, so that's the 3rd stack. So against this boss, it doesn't even give you more damage. And then, yeah, resistance to interruption. It's nice but not needed. You can just play Inefa. You don't have Furina. That's a bit of an issue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the first time I heard somebody say that, yeah. It's a very uncommon move to skip Furina. Especially if Nubilet is one of your favorite characters. Yeah. Then I would definitely go for Zibai. Because that's a Nubilet con. You like her design? Bro!
白馬の仙人がどこまで回復したか様子を見ておきたいよな。勝利に居場所を聞いてみようぜ。
She looks like a boy? Not really, but even if she did, how is that a bad thing? Oh my god, so many icons. Oh, a tree. Hello, me. Should put Llama instead? I mean, Llama is gonna be in like 2 patches anyways. You can still get Llama later. Pulling Zibai and pulling Llama are not mutually exclusive. Llama's probably gonna get a rerun in 2 patches.
今日ここでお茶を飲んでないみたいだな。
Because we got enough at this patch, Flynn's next patch, and it should be Llama. Sudden damage of your other not teams? That's skill issue. That has to be skill issue. Because she is strong. But there are some combos you can do. She's not as simple as spam normal press E when it's up.
おや、お二方はご友人を探しているのですか？あちらにいらっしゃいますよ。
勝利があっちにいるのか？
Is it very strong enough without Columbina? I mean, if you have like no characters on your account, then yes. Then she will be your best carry. She can play decent 4-star only teams. You can play, I know, Goro Iluga. And you can even play a 3-star weapon. You need to dodge a lot though. Like, the less you pull, the better you need to play. To make up for the difference. But she relies on Columbina less than the others. Than Flins and Nefer. And also, she doesn't have a second, like, she doesn't have a second 5-star support yet. Instead, she just relies on 4-stars, who don't provide her as much, so she's also better without them. Without, like, 6 Iluga. Because 6 Iluga is not that strong. So not having him is not that big of a deal.
「先日白馬の仙人のふりをしていた娘さんのことじゃないんですか？彼女はお二方のご友人ですよね。さっき彼女が万民堂に入るのを見かけたんですよ。今日は一人なんだなと思っていたところにちょうどお二方がやってきたんですよ。
おお、ちょうどそいつを探してたところなんだ。でも、なんで万民堂に行くんだろうな。
さあ、挨拶したんですけど、完全に無視されてしまいましたよ。
I don't know, the young got ignored. But also, if you like, don't quite like Zibai enough to pull her, you could just like, you know, not pull anybody right now. Because if you are looking to pull Zibai only for her power, and not because you like her character, then pulling her after skipping Columbina is very sus. Right, if you're gonna pull characters that you don't like, you should have pulled Columbina, whether you like her or not. Skipping Columbina and then pulling for Zibai is kinda weird. At this point, just wait until a new character you like comes out. Maybe Varka. Maybe Nicole. Maybe Sandrone. Like, you have to like somebody. If you hate everybody, then... yeah, I don't know. And then skip the Bina, you lost the 50-50. That's unfortunate. What I want to say? Okay, maybe just wait. Maybe just wait at this point. If you cannot clear Abyss 12 and you only clear 11, you still are getting 75% of the Primogems from it. And like I said, and Stygian is 100% free. You are getting 100% of the Primogems from Stygian, no matter what. Unless you like just don't do the effort of finding somebody to co-op on menacing, to cope with on menacing. And Theater is just a character count check, not character, not like which specific characters you have. So remember, missing out on like 2 pulls from Abyss is not a big deal. You are gonna miss out on more pulls if you pull a character you don't like and you end up not playing them, right? If you waste 80 pulls on Zibai, and also like first you had the 50-50, so you waste like 160 pulls on Zibai, and you don't like her, that's worse than losing 2 pulls from not clearing Abyss 12 and only clearing 11 instead.
まさか私のことを忘れたのでしょうか。そんなはずないですよね。私たちは同志じゃありませんか。
まだ寝ぼけてて、ぼーっとしてた
I mean, she shouldn't have ignored somebody even if she doesn't know them, no?
なるほど。だから目が赤かったんですね。
Oh, she's in the angry
目
mode.
が赤い？なんかやばそうだな。
Because she has like a split personality disorder still. We need to find out what's happening.
お二方も若くて体力があるからといって 夜更かしばかりしてはいけませんよ。まったく徹夜で白馬の仙人の真似なんてしているから目つきまでおかしくなってしまうので
Young
す。
people.
年長者からの忠告だと彼女に伝えておいてください。
誰が年上なんだか。
何か言いましたか？
Nothing. We'll make sure to pass on your message.
では行ってらっしゃい。今度私の元王帝君の衣装を見に来るのを忘れないでくださいね。
I'm really excited for the next patch. I'm definitely getting Varka. I'll definitely be pulling on the weapon banner as well. Ideally I would want to pull both weapons, but we'll see how it goes. And I could even go for a con, but it will depend. It will depend. Maybe not, because like Nicole will be even more important. Sending shiny rocks to you. Thank you. Is Nicole really gonna be a dedicated Varka support? We aren't sure. Also, even if she is like made for Varka, if she's made for Varka, she will be replacing... Like there are 3 slots in a Varka team, right? For now it will be Bennett, Durin, Venti. Venti just got buffed, really seems like... And like Venti's role is like an Anemo sub DPS, Anemo main DPS buffer. So very weird if Venti would be getting replaced. Durin, the newest unit of all of them. And like also unlikely he would be getting replaced. So she would have to be replacing Bennett, which would mean she would have to be like very powerful. Now, she doesn't need to power creep Bennett to be a Bennett replacement in a Varka team, because a Varka team does have 3 damage dealers. Both Durin and Venti deal damage alongside buffing Varka. So if Nicole was just a more, like a team-wide Bennett, like let's say she has 80% of Bennett's buffs, but it's for everybody instead of one character. That would be like, would make her a dedicated... that would replace Bennett in this team, but wouldn't be a Bennett power creep, and she would still be good elsewhere as well, in other multi-DPS teams. Why is it unlikely? Durin's also like a dual DPS buffer. Like a dual... Durin buffs both Pyro and Anemo. He shreds both Pyro and Anemo. It's very rare for a character to shred multiple elements like this. Shilonen can, but... she can do Anemo. And Vivi also can do Anemo. So being able to shred both Anemo and Pyro is something that only he can do. Only Durin can do, right? So for a split damage DPS like that, very valuable. And also he deals very good damage himself. Hello David. And both Venti and Durin are Hex characters. Varka does need a Hex character in the team. Now you don't need 3, but you need at least 1 more. So, I'm expecting something like Bennett-like, but for the whole team, you know? On a similar power level or slightly weaker than Bennett when it comes to buffing a single target, but it's for the whole team, and it's like more quality of life. No circle impact, better healing. That's my expectation, you know? And then it would be a 5-star so you can get cons. Bennett is like locked. Bennett's default power level is like C6 Bennett by now, after 6 years. Almost. While a 5-star can get cons. So that's also like another benefit over 4 stars. Max energy by today with 186 talents, okay. And Lucas level 70 with level 6 burst. Okay. Good progress.
お前は何者だ？我は神格。万民堂の手伝いをしている。神格。神格。発火を育てるのが好きなあの鶴か。ふん。しばらく会っていなかったが、園芸の腕は上がったか？あの発火で山を埋め尽くせたのか？発火？我は発火には詳しくない。
I love angry
精
Zibai.
神や瑠璃ゆりについてなら熟知しているが。は、もう発火のことを忘れたのか？修行者がそのように移り気でどうする？何の話だ？
See ya, Fat. Does Zibai need any ER? She doesn't need any, but having some subs is like welcome, right? If you have a piece with double crit defense ER, that's great. If you have like 1 or 2 ER rolls somewhere on a piece, that doesn't make it bad. But you don't want to go chasing ER around, right? You have like 10 or 20%, that's welcome. More than that, and it's kind of like, I wish that was crit or defense. Her burst is good, essentially, right? But you don't want to lose stats to get it. Because what the burst does is it replaces N4 in her combos, right? Like, if you do 4 and 4 E, you just do 3 and 4 E and then a burst E, and the burst deals more damage than N4. So, it's that kind of deal.
腹が減っているのなら何か食べるか？
神格白馬の線四白みんなここにいたのか。あはは。
旅人パイモン、久しいな。解答祭を祝して。
Happy Lander Race Shenhe?
この客人は主らの友人なのか？
I guess you could say that.
神格今はおっかなく見えるけど実は理由があって、昨日よく眠れなかったせいで目覚めが悪くてご機嫌斜めなんだ。ほら目が真っ赤だろ。
なるほど。では、紫伯、精神を煎じて作った薬を持っているのだが、目に垂らしてみてはどうだ？清涼感があるぞ。
待て！うるさいアスパが2人増えたな。何者だ？
おい、もうオイラたちのことを忘れちゃったのかよ。
Even the angry Zibai should remember us. The Zichao? Or no? The Ziji? No, that was the one... I don't remember the names anymore. Zichao was the one we were guiding, right? And Ziji was the one... The angry one. So this is Ziji. Okay, this is Zibai. So 8-6, like you said, continue leveling them up, and yeah, like, get this to 9, get this to 7 then, crown this, get this crowned eventually, possibly, if you have the mats, if not, like 9-9. And yeah, Uraku is her second best weapon. 20 defense, 88 crit damage, and even the skill and the normal attack damage is not, like, entirely wasted. Because it's 32% normal attack and 48% skill damage bonus. So it's like, not terrible. Especially because you don't have like any other damage bonuses, because they're usually fairly bad. So yeah, that's okay. And defense is lovely. Yeah, defense subs, you want to see them on every piece. And defense main stats. If you have... Iluga can give you 5 to 10 crit rate, 10 if he is C6. I guess that's it for the crit rate you are getting right now with your Blizzard Strayer set. Well, still like fine. And you have a bunch of crit damage. And yeah, 10 ER is like, yeah, something like this is great, right? And ER's up here, ER's up there. That's great. The set though is not. At this point, just play like random pieces. But I guess even if you wanted to build random pieces on somebody, you would end up with 4-piece Blizzard Strayer. If you were going for like no set bonus. Because of the lopsided amount of Blizzard Strayer on your account. I don't even know these characters. Are they from like Naruto or what? Where are your guides?
案内に？なんとなく覚えがあるような。ああ、思い出した。君たちか。ちょうどよかった。移動府に連れて行ってくれる人を探していたところなのだ。
落ち着いたか？
Why do you want to go to Yulong Wharf?
茶葉を買いに行くよう人に頼まれたのだ。 祭りの期間中は安くなるそうだな。
お茶を買う？ああ、勝利か。まったく、人をこき使って。
Has Junkie started buying discounted tea?
君たちの友人が、勝利も最初は一番高級な茶葉を欲していたのだが、先日の展覧会で彼が散財しすぎたせいで、王城堂の1年分の経費を使い果たしてしまったと、健康
And they have
な
just
茶葉を
started.
かぶった娘に言われてな。今月は安売りされている茶葉しか買えないということだ。
おお、同志のフータオのことか。やっとかっけえの無駄遣いに気づいたんだな。もっと早く財布の紐を縛り上げとくべきだった気もするけ
The
ど。
Sunlight quest is permanent though. So like both of these quests are permanent. The Lantern Light quest and then the Buy quest. Right now. Because this is like the epilogue to the Lantern Light. It's like one quest chain.
なるほど、そういうことだったか。だが万民堂で茶葉は扱っていない。どうしても
They don't
必
serve
要
tea
な
here?
のであれば、
Very
我が
weird.
山に入って野生の茶葉を取ってくることもできるが。
茶葉は売っていないのか？万民堂の露店長の家に茶畑があると言っていたはずだが。
お前、ちゃんと休養してから出かけた方がいいぞ。そいつは万民堂の店長じゃなくて、お前と一緒でご飯を食べに来てただけだ。
そうなのか？人生とは思いがけない驚きの連続だな。
何が驚きの連続だよ。お前、スライムが詰まってるのかってくらい頭の中がごちゃごちゃになってるぞ。勝利がこんな状態のお前にイローフまでお茶っ葉を買いに行かせるなんて信じられないな。
Why don't you show you the way to Yilong Wharf?
それはありがたい。そうだ、鶴の娘よ。先ほどは失礼な態度をとってしまい申し訳ない。
師匠はよく言っている。人の体は機械のように日頃の手入れが必要だと。夜も眠れぬなら心が疲れ気が立つのも当然のこと。気にしてはおらぬ。
鶴の娘、君は思いやりがあって穏やかだが、うちに邪気が渦巻いているのが見える。その赤い紐で縛られているのか？
わかるのか？
君の実力なら修行中に一つや二つ束縛を解いてみても良いかもしれないな。
神格の紐を解いちゃうのか？それって危険なんじゃ。
赤い紐で魂を縛るのは確かに巧妙な術だが、修行者ならば最後は外部の物事から離れ、自分の内側と向き合うことを学ばなければならない。
師匠も同じようなことを言っていたが、我はまだその覚悟ができていない。
君の修行はもうその段階に達している。
師匠に改めて教えを請おうと思う。
ああ、また何か困ったことがあればハック激怒に来るといい。私はいつもそこにいるからな。さて案内人たちよ、そろそろ出発しようか。
Every scene with Jibai makes me like her even more. And Shanghai is gone and the restaurant got remodeled again. Why? Actually, wait, there are 2 tables now here. Oh wait, no, they have all 3 tables. Yo, the tables were not here before, so the restaurant has not been remodeled yet. Wait, this is so weird now. Sending shiny rocks to you. Wait. Whoa, that's far away. Oh yeah, Yilong Wharf is Genevieve, I forgot. If I was like a full-time Genshin streamer and I had all the time in the world, I would have just walked here. But I don't have all the time in the world.
イローフに行くって言ってたのに、なんでこっちに来たんだ？
目の前の町がイローフなのでしょ。あの辺りから懐かしい香りがする。
そうだけど、香りなんてしてないと思うぞ。
玉から発せられる清らかな香りよ。人の魂を潤してくれる。
確かに、新玉の谷には玉がいっぱいあるな。でも、玉から香りなんてするもんなのか？
もちろん。この香りのおかげで記憶が蘇ってきた。
どんな記憶だ？
力の使い方よ。
なんだこれ！
君たちはもう何度もイローフに来ているでしょ。でもここを空から見下ろした経験はそう多くないはず。案内役として頑張ってくれた二人に今度は私が新しい体験をさせてあげる。
This is a teaser of the gadget thing you will get later. Six C6 Iluga. It can happen sometimes. You can also get a C6 4-star in like 30 pulls. Kinda happened to me with like Aino. I got Aino super quickly. Like all I got on that banner was just a C0 Flins. I think I won my... Actually, did I win or did I lose? I don't remember. I got Aino super early though. But with Iluga, yeah. I started on like 0, I started on 5 PT, and then I went all the way to 50. Like I got her at 80, then went all the way to 50, and only got 4 Ilugas.
さあ乗って。
Parade? Yo!
すごいぞ！仙人になって飛んでるみたいだ。これって何なんだ？
私の記憶にある月宮の車を模して作ったものよ。昔のことだから間違っている部分もあるだろうけど問題はないはず。
おお、まさかそんなものに乗れる日が来るなんて。シハクは昔好きで働いてたのか？
I love the quest so far. It just started, but it's absolutely
面白い表現
lovely.
ね。まあそう言えなくもないわ。私は人間を導く天の使いだった。でもある偶然がきっかけで月の使いに任命されたの。
月の使い？ちょっと偉い天の使いってことか？
月の使いとはいわば一つの役職。天の使いだろうと他の生き物だろうと月の使いになる機会がある。
つまりお前の他にも月の使いがいたのか？
ええ、まだ記憶がはっきりとしないけれど同僚によくトキの姿を撮る者がいた気が。
トキの姿？ってことは月の使いはみんな動物に変身できるのか？じゃあラーマはどうだ？あいつは鹿になれるし英月氏も月の使いだろ？
英月氏？聞いたことがないわね。
そっか。あそこに茶葉を売ってる商人がいるみたいだぞ。
行ってみましょう。
I can still sit here, but can't do much more. There should be like some, at least, like horses attached to this. Even if it was like a horse from her skill, just like a phantom horse.
Yeah.
It's so it just flies through the air by itself.
寄ってらっしゃい、見てらっしゃい。上等のお茶はいかがかな。行営層直送、対等祭につき大安売り中だよ。
あ、あそこでお茶を安売りしてるぞ。
Look at that, discounted tea. That sounds kind of funny.
お茶をお探しかい。
Give us the cheapest stuff you've got. The cheapest,
気
most
品
nasty.
あふれるお客さんたちにぴったりな、いいお茶があるよ。
欲しいのは安売りの茶葉だから、質はそこまで求めていないわ。
安売り？ちょうどいい時に来たね。解凍祭を記念して、今小螺旋河が安売り中なんだ。
そのお茶の名前どっかで聞いたことあるな。
お祭り期間中、小螺旋河は3巻で1割引き、4巻で2割引き、10...
Buy the boxes, get 50% off.
そう、10巻なら半額だ。もしかしてお客さん、うちに来たことがあるんじゃないか？
なんか聞き覚えがある気がするぞ。
3、4、10、1、2、5。
シハク、何をブツブツ言ってるんだ？
購入数が3、4、10の時、対応する割引率は1、2、5。それぞれの差は1、6。そして1、3となる。
おい、あいつの目が青くなってるぞ。こんなの初めてだな。
数時間の差が同様に続くのであれば、6の後に続くのは6と1の差に6を足した数、すなわち11。同様に3の後に続くのは5。よって2つの数列、3、4、10、21。そして1、2、5、10が得られる。
ちょっと頭がクラクラしてきたぞ。結局何が言いたいんだ？
つまり小螺旋河を21巻買うとすると、5割引き足す5割引きで10割引きになるということ。10割
引き？ただってことか？
You said to screw them, just get Ivana Glaya? That's a very powerful one. If you're a big Glaya fan and you're looking to use her like well into next year, might not be the worst idea. I would definitely rather save for new characters right now though. Especially the new Silver Wolf we're gonna get. You're her biggest fan? Then yeah, if you love Aglaya, then Ivan is honestly a bit of a no-brainer. Probably like one of the best singular eidolons in the game. That is what she means.
そうだったのか。本当にそうか？
数学の規則とはそういうものよ。何を疑問に思う必要があるの？
すごいぞ。お前買い物の天才だな。でもやっぱりどこかおかしいよな。
なるほど。店の値段設定にそんな秘密があったとは。勉強になったよ。
どういたしまして。では店主さん、茶葉を21巻無料で。どうかした？
何がおかしいか気づいたぞ。
やっと気づいてくれたか。
おいらたち損してるぞ。ほら21巻買えばタダなんだろ。じゃあもっと買ったら店長が逆においらたちにお金をくれるってことじゃないか。
え？
ハク、ちょっと計算してみてくれよ。100巻買ったらすっごく儲かるんじゃないか？
This sounds like Pamela asking like an AI question. ChatGPT, if we buy 100 boxes, how much money do we make? You're not planning to get Sunday? Does Iwan Agi need Hokwa? No. Your best partner at this point probably would be Kirina. But yeah, Iwan Aglaya is more self-sufficient. It's like at A0 you really need those energy providers. At T1 they are still good. Hokwa and Sunday are still very good options for her, but you don't need them anymore. You're way more free to just play her with whoever you want.
なるほど。その通りね。
ちょっとお客さん、値切るにしても限度というものが。
割引は店主さんが決めたことで、私たちはその中に隠された法則に従っただけ。値切っているわけではない。
まあ確かに間違いではないけど。あ、そうだ。今思い出したんだが、今日仕入れ先の配達が遅れてて店に在庫がないんだよ。いやー、本当に悪いね。せっかくお客さんが買うって言ってくれてるのに残念だな。
その仕入れ先はどこに？
それは
心配しないで。私たちが直接仕入れ先まで買いに行く。店主さんに面倒はかけない。
そのお客さん、実は仕入れ先の割引はここほどお得じゃないんだ。そっちで買ってもこの値段にはならないよ。
つまりお金はもらえないってことか
10割引きも無理だと思うよ。
それは残念。でも仕入れ先で買うなら多少は安くなるはず。別に私たちはお金が欲しいわけではないの。手頃な価格で買えればそれで大丈夫。
それならいいんだ。うちの仕入れ先は魚栄荘のお茶農家だ。直接そっちに行って聞いてみるといい。でも絶対うちの紹介だと言わないでくれよ。
心配しないで。
Not from Genuine? I guess that's why it's so cheap. His tea.
商売
It's just low quality chowing tea.
紹介し、名乗って恩を着せることもしない。まさに君子。その気概があれば、この店はどんどん繁盛することでしょう。
そうだといいな。
では、行栄荘に行ってみましょう。道はわかる？
もちろん任せろ。
What is chowing in Genuine? Is it Chinks I'm thinking of? I might have like confused the villages.
なんてやつらだ。やっと帰ってくれた。うちに帰って二度とあんな客に会わないよう白馬の仙人様にお祈りしないとな。
Oh yeah, Chowing is here. Okay, I mistook Chowing for Chingsa village. Yeah, for this place. Okay, yeah, okay. Chowing is here. That was pretty lovely. So like the three aspects of Zibai are like Wrath, Math, and Rage Bait. What is this? Those are like some old puzzle. Wait, no, something is happening. Wait, that's not an old puzzle, that's a new puzzle. Wait, I got yoinked by the quest. No! I'm collecting chests!
美しい山水に恵まれた素晴らしい地ね。
素晴らしいっちゃ素晴らしいけど、ここで茶葉を買ってもお金はもらえないって思うと、そこまで魅力的には思えなくなってきたな。
モラとの縁さえあれば、いずれモラの方からやってくるわ。
モラクスとの縁ならあるけどな。今回の解答祭だってあいつからオイラたちの方にやってきたし。
まずはお茶を売ってくれる農家がいないか探してみましょう。高いところなら遠くまで見渡せる。空から探してみましょう。一緒にこの村の美しい景色も眺められるわ。
ああ、キラキラで美しいな。
New? Genuine chest. Zhongli is sending an Adeptus. An Adeptus that is even like higher rank than him possibly. Although, with Zhongli being the Heaven's Star, it's hard to say. Okay, this like is playing again.
素晴らしいっちゃ
Because I walked away.
素晴らしいけど
Because I wanted to
モ
get
ラ
the
と
chest.
の縁さえあれば。
モラクスとの
高いところなら遠くまで見
We're not really sure what Heaven's Star means, really. I don't need to sit down. It's kinda weird now, though. Wait, can I sit down? Can I choose to sit down now? Okay, I can.
おー
Can I choose to hop off?
空からの行映像すっごく綺麗だな。
ええ、ここの民家はリーユエ港のものと違い、自然に寄り添うように建てられている。作りも繊細で独特な趣がある。
確かに本当に綺麗だぜ。
白壁と瓦屋根が緑の川と茶の木によく映える。同時に反り立つ屋根の曲線が凛と佇む紋楼の直線が見事な調和を見せている。
なんでこんな綺麗なんだ？
鶏や犬の鳴き声、農家の人たちの掛け声、活気あふれる田園風景を描いた絵巻物のよう。
綺麗だ。
君、国語の勉強をしたことはある？先ほどから綺麗しか言っていないけど。
すっごく綺麗も言えるぞ。
そうね。まずはお茶を売っている茶農家を探しましょう。
あの茶畑に誰か立ってるぞ。なんか見覚えがあるような。あ、六甲校じゃないか？
六甲校？
ひひ、挨拶しに行けば思い出すはずだぜ。やっぱりお前だったか、六甲校。
あれ？パイモンさん、旅人さん。それに白馬の仙人のお姉さんも。
ひひ、こいつの名前は千白って言うんだぞ。
誰だったか。ああ、思い出した。君は
魚を食べておかしくなった時のことはもう話すなよ。
君は人の上に立ちたがっていた娘だな。
そうよ。でも今は逆で、人の下で働くことになったの。
人の下？どうしてそんなことになったんだ？
前に言ったでしょ？家宝で罰を受けることになったって。今、私の上には、父さんと母さん、父方の祖父母、そして母方の祖父母がいて。
うわぁ、山ほどいるな。
ええ。解答祭の夜に家族会議を開いて、私のことについて話し合ったんですって。
Poor girl. Can't wait for the Nobilet meets Zhongli and the other Archons. Would be interesting. But I don't feel like it's gonna happen. Because even if they were to meet, there is no way they would actually be all that antagonistic like towards each other. I feel like they would work out their differences, which would be kinda lame, so it's probably best they never meet. And you have this like tension between them. Seeing Zhongli run away from Nuvilet last year, or was it 2 years ago at this point? When they almost met, when Zhongli heard Nuvilet is in the area and he just like ran away. That was just like, that was super fun. But yeah, I feel like sometimes just keeping the relationship between characters in a state of perpetual tension might be better than trying to resolve it. Because nothing big would come out of this anyways. Unless, maybe I'm wrong. We'll have to see how the endgame will look like. But I feel like the Archons will... Because like, we are the Heavenly Principles do seem like the main antagonists of the game. At this point in time. And the Archons will probably stand with us against them. Hello, Lil Monix. So they could work out their differences. To join forces. Like that could happen for sure. I mean, it's just a fan-made animation though.
やっぱりお前のことをしっかり気にかけてるじゃないか。
心配はしてくれてるけど、私がリーウェ港で騒ぎを起こしたから、まだまだ落ち着きが足りないってみんなが判断して、私を謹慎させることにしたの。
やっぱり謹慎することになったのか。
ええ。でも家から一歩も出られないわけじゃないのよ。市場に出せるくらいまでお茶の苗を自分の手で育て上げるよう言われたの。お茶の
赤ちゃんだな。ちっちゃくてかわいいぜ。親の大変さを知ってほしいってことなのか？
いえ、自分を磨いてほしいそうよ。お茶を育てれば心が落ち着いて、自分
Man,
の
poor
問題
girl's
点
life
を
got
反
messed
省
up
できる
because
か
of
らって。
Zibai.
実際はお前のせいじゃなかったんだけど。まあ、罰がそこまでひどくなさそうでよかったぞ。それで、そのお茶の苗が大きくなるまでどのくらいかかるんだ？
実は私にもわからないの。一度も育てたことがないから。2、3年はかかるぞ。2、3年？ああ。この茶畑にある茶は2、3年かけないと成熟しない。
Okay, 2-3 is not as bad as 10. This quest makes you want to pull for Zibai. Yeah, this is glorious. I do get every character in Genshin, so I did pull for Zibai as well. Like, I did pull for Zibai as well. But I was kinda like, I'm actually gonna play her. Is she gonna end up like some of the characters that I pull and then never play? But yeah, she's like super fun. The three personalities. I thought that she would just merge into one after we revived her, but the fact that she like still has all three and just switches between them, and her three personalities are like wrath, math, and rage baiting. That's actually she's so unique. I really love her. I might even get tempted to try my luck just to try to get more Iluga cons. And if like I get a if I get a accidental Iluga or accidental Zibai, that would just be just an accident. Tsundere Zibai is real, yeah. And I prefer calling her the rage bait Zibai. Iluga cons surely.
そんなにかかるのか。シハク、お前適当なこと言ってないだろうな。お茶のことまで知ってるのか？
She's the goddess of harvest.
繁茂死という。私は一目見るだけでその植物がいつ成熟するのかわかる。
Math, Raph, and
ここ
Reddit.
で2、3年も時間を無駄にすることになるなんて。どうしてこんなことに。やっと将来の道を見つけたのに。
I mean, Math and Wrath already seems like already sounds like Reddit. Did you figure out what you could do to make it on your own?
ええ。解凍祭の夜、老韓国の月を祀る詩をたくさんの人が一緒に読むのを聞いて、急に達成感を覚えたの。 私だって老館の遺物の発掘に参加したんだし、あの中に私の功績もあったはずよね。だから考古招待に残って、もっと多くの歴史を発掘していきたい。
ほう。君は本当にそれが好きなのか？この先何年頑張っても一切成果を得られなかったとしても、まだ好きでいられるか？
ええ。考古学は私にピキーンっていう感覚を与えてくれるから。
その言葉、シャンリンに教えてもらったのか？
えへへ、そうなの。この前シャンリンさんに相談したら、何かをしている時にピキーンって感覚があったら、それはあなたにとってやる価値があることだよって言われて、遺跡で発掘作業をしている時、いつも一人の幽霊がそばに立っているような気がするんだけど、全然怖くないのよ。むしろ私のひおばあさんみたいな感じがする。その人がピキーンって肩を叩いて、頑張れ、あとちょっとでご先祖様の知識を掘り起こせるって言ってるような気がするの。
You got that boom shakalaka feeling when you won the 50-50 on Zibai. That certainly sounds like a boom shakalaka sort of feeling.
まるでご先祖様とつながったみたいな最高の感覚。
心に決めたのなら、思う存分やってみるがよい。
私もそうしたいんだけど、今は謹慎期間中だから。
逃げればよい。ピキーンと一緒に茶畑からこの村から逃げてしまえ。
それはまずいんじゃないか？あんまり人をそそのかすなよな。
Yeah, that's the rage by Zibai. Maybe you can try negotiating with your family.
そうだぞ。お前のひおばあさんを話に出せよ。お前んちの超スーパー偉い人なんだろ？
それなら白馬の仙人を持ち出した方が効くはず。だってひおばあさんを助けてくれた超絶偉い人なんだから。
それなら簡単だ。私から許可が出たと家族に伝えるといい。
千白お姉さん、ありがとう。でもこの状況ではロールプレイなんて通用しない。きっとみんな聞いてくれない。
彼らが私たちの言うことを聞くかなどどうでもよい。彼らが決めた掟に従えばそれでいいのだからな。
どういう意味？
知っているだろう？白馬の仙人は古い文献の中で時の娘だと伝えられていることを。
うちにもそれに関する記録は残っているけど、それがどうかした？
もし君の植えた茶の苗が彼女のおかげで一夜にして育ってしまえば、君は自由になれるのだろう？
そんなんでいいのか？
白馬の仙人が本当に現れてくれたら、祖父もすぐ外出を許可してくれるはずだけど、肝心の白馬の仙人がいないんじゃどうしようもないわ。
どうせ他にできることはないのだ。呼んでみるがいい。白馬の仙人を一声呼んだからといって別にモラが減るわけではないだろう。
まあそうよね。どうせ暇だし。白馬の仙人さん、もし聞こえていたら私を助けてください。やっぱり何も起こらなかったわ。
白馬の仙人は君の願いを聞いていたかもしれないぞ。明日また見に来るといい。その頃には君の植えた茶の苗が立派な茶樹に育っているかもしれないぞ。
紫伯お姉さん、慰めようとしてくれてありがとう。少し気持ちが楽になったわ。
でもこいつ本当にそんなことできるのか？
I'm curious to find out.
もう遅いし、みんな今夜は私の家に泊まっていかない？家族は私には厳しいけど、お客さんにはすごく親切だから。
じゃあお邪魔しようぜ。とりあえず今晩は泊まって、明日もう一度ここに来よう。
You follow the young lady and settle in for the night at the Lu family residence in Chaoying village. You enjoy a quiet night's sleep, and in the morning you return together to the tea garden. An incredible sight awaits you.
お茶の木が。
おお、お茶の苗が大きくなってるぞ。
ふむ。一本の茶樹として雨風に耐えられるほどに成長したな。
こんなことあるわけ。
きっと白馬の仙人が現れたんだ。お前の誠意が仙人の心を打ったんだぞ。
本当に？
彼女はどこかで君の願いを聞いていて、それに応えたのかもしれないな。
ひいおばあさんを助けてくれただけじゃなく、今度は私まで助けてくれたってこと？
I mean, she did deserve it, because her life got messed up by the same adeptus before.
その通りね。すぐに家族に知らせなきゃ。
They should unground you now, right?
白馬の仙人のご意向だもの。もう誰も私を咎めたりなんてしない。
さあ、行ってくるがいい。もし何か困ったことがあれば、昨日のように白馬の仙人を呼ぶのだぞ。
そうね、ありがとう。おいらてっきり本当にお前が戦力でお茶の
Do they replant a different tree or
思
what?
ってたぜ。
仙人が力を使ったのだ。これも立派な戦力だろ。
眠いぞ。こんな夜中に何をするんだ？
もちろん、盧高校の願いを叶えに来たのだ。
お前、本当にお茶の苗を大きくできるのか？
難しいが、問題にはいつも相応の解決策があるものだ。
She would fit right in with Hexen Circle, with strategies like these.
よし、これで大きくなった。
おい、それ横にあったお茶の木を移し替えただけじゃないか。
いけないのか？これで立派な茶樹になっただろう？
それはそうだけど。
私は白馬の仙人だ。違うか？
まあ、白馬の仙人だな。
では、これもれっきとした白馬の仙人の力だろ？
間違ってはいないけど、やっぱりなんかおかしい気がするぞ。今回の出来事も仙人の伝説としてあの一族の記録に残ったりするのかな？
そうなれば、なお一層良いな。
ひひ、そうだな。旅人、お前もこいつの状態、最初よりずいぶん良くなったと思わないか？
Maybe being outside is good for her.
きっとそうだぞ。勝利が紫伯を外出させようとしたのはこのためだったのかもな。
Why don't you continue showing her around Liga?
おいらも賛成だぞ。ビーユエコーもイローフも行営層も行ったし、次は警察
We
層に
forgot to buy tea though.
警策？何やら懐かしい名前だな。
あそこは景色がすっごく良くて観光にぴったりなんだ。よかったら案内するぜ。
ちょうどリーユへの山水を巡りたいと思っていたところだ。案内を頼めるか？
もちろんだぞ。それじゃあ出発。なんか大事なこと忘れてるような気がするぞ。
気にするな。思い出せないことなら、君より私の方がずっと多い。
そうだな。忘れるってことはそんなに大事なことじゃないってことだろう。よし、検索層に出発。
Can I cut this down? No, I can't cut down any of them. I hope this stays here. This little plant. Oh wait, the thing I have marked here, this is like a special
飛ぶか
special adaptal plant. Wait, what is the... Wasn't this like blessed by the White Horse Adeptus as well? Or like what was this blessed by? This plant was blessed by something. I forgot what at this point though.
風が立つぞ
キュウリ油な。キュウリは売れ筋だ。キュウリを植えるんだ。花が綺麗だから油菜を植えるの。
そこの二人、何を言い争っているの？
解凍祭が終わったら畑に何を植えるか決めてたところなの。お父さんが作物を育ててみろって俺たちに小さい畑をくれたんだ。収穫物を売って得たモラは全部俺たちのものになるんだぜ。キュウリの方がいいに決まってるだろ。お父さんだって毎年キュウリを作ってるし。油菜を植えるべきだよ。油菜から取れる油は香りが良くて高く売れるもん。
畑仕事に関する話だったのね。それなら答えは簡単。
おばちゃんも畑仕事ができるの？私たちにいろいろ教えてくれる？
おばちゃん。おい、コアッパ。今何と呼んだ？
やばい、あいつ凶暴になっちゃうぞ。うちのおばちゃんと同じぐらいあなたからいい匂いがするから。悪かったよ。おばちゃんじゃなくておばさんって呼ぶから。
おばさん？
Let's call her Big Sis Z-Boy.
わかった。じゃあ紫伯お姉さん、この土地にはキュウリと油菜どっちを植えた方がいいか教えてくれる？
ふん、コアッパだもん。こんな匂い土地で油菜やキュウリを育てるなど宝の持ち腐れにも程がある。
じゃあ何を植えるべきなの？
今は立春、万物が目覚める始まりの季節。つまり今育てるべきは穀物だ。
穀物？
穀物は民の生活の要。この地の人々は米を主食にしているからな。稲作が一番だろう。気候と土壌の条件から考えて、4月か5月に苗を植えれば、2、3ヶ月で稲が実る。秋にもう一度苗を植え直すことも可能だ。霜が降りる前に2期目の収穫ができる。市場に売りに出すにしても、蔵に収めるにしても、キュウリや油菜だけを育てるよりずっと良い。
なるほど。でもお姉さん、私は油菜が好きなの。
ふん、案ずるな。菜の花は連作に向かないが、稲との輪作にちょうどいい。稲の二期作が終わる頃には冬になっている。油菜の種をまくのに適した時期だ。来年の4月か5月には油菜が実る。それを刈り取った後は、また稲の苗を植えられる。これならば、米と油菜を交互に栽培でき、この土地で絶え間なく作物を育てられる。
つまり一年中ずーっと収穫できるものがあるってことだね。ちょっと待った。お米と油菜で一年中畑を使ってるじゃないか。俺のキュウリはどうなるんだよ。
キュウリなど、稲の土地を使ってまで育てる価値はない。笑わせるな。
お姉さん、そんな言い方したらリキ君が傷ついちゃう。キュウリだって。
泣くな。我が言いたいのは、キュウリは育てやすいので、そこまでしなくても良いということだ。家の裏庭の適当な場所に種をまいておけば、2ヶ月もしないうちに一面に広がるだろう。キュウリは光と水を好むが、寒さには弱い。この時期に植えるなら、霜にさえ気をつければ大丈夫だ。
じゃあ今すぐ帰って植えてみようぜ。今すぐ？じゃあ怖そうだけど畑仕事に詳しいお姉さん、ありがとう。私たち行くね。ありがとうお姉さん、バイバイ。シハク、本当に畑に詳しいんだな。
何を驚いている？土地は社、穀物は食。社食というのはまさに土に穀物を植えることを指す。
おお、なるほどな。つまり社食神は作物の神様で、白馬の仙人は田植え仙人ってことか。
Okay, do this quest now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. When you put it like that, the personalist seems very down to earth.
農業の神様なんだからしょうがないだろ。
生意気な小アッパめ。あまり調子に乗るなよ。我は仙人だ。お前ごときにどうこう言われる筋合いはない。
社食は田植えだって自分が言ったんじゃないか。
うるさい。お前らに空から山河と田園の風景を見せてやる。少しは考えを改めるだろう。
空から見る棚だ。すっごく綺麗だな。
高い山は塔のごとし、低い丘は巻貝のごとし、幾重にも重なり入り乱れる。実に美しい。
そういえばここはお前と縁深い場所なんだぜ。
我と？
おう、この村の言い伝えによると、昔聖戦から白馬が飛び出してきてガンオー帝君の戦いを助けたらしいんだ。忘れちゃったのか？お前この辺りで暮らしてたはずだぞ。
なんとなく覚えている気も。
あともうちょっと先に進むとすっごく不気味な場所に出るんだぞ。そこもお前と関係あるかもな。古い結界があって、ある魔人の残骸が封印されてるんだ。
魔人の残骸？
おう、リーユへの人たちはその魔人の物語を戯曲にしたんだ。発揮連トートって言うんだけど、心当たりはないか？
とうとう。ああ、八文七文の字。
そうそう、思い出したんだな。
ああ、生死を鎮め冥界を定めた魔人白ナのことだな。
魔人トートってそういう名前だったのか。
Buna?
行ってみよう。
Ooh, wait, lore? Well, will you give us 5-star Madam Ping? It will probably happen eventually. Anything for idols tomorrow? Yes. Oh, the sun is so dark.
無謀の丘に着いたぞ。雰囲気が一気に怖くなってきたな。
あなたが久しぶりに会ったっていうその友達、なんだか不思議な感じがするね。
お、話し声がするな。下に行ってみようぜ。
Are we gonna meet Hutao? The voice was very faint, but I feel like it might have been Hutao. Ah, probably not. What if? I'm going to be away for a week.
あなたが久しぶりに
Oh, it is
会ったっていう
Hutao!
その友達、なんだか不思議な感じがするね。
不思議？どういう意味だ？
言葉では言い表せない不思議な感じがするってこと。紫伯さんって謎に包まれた感じの人なんでしょ？
同志はおかしなことを言うな。
もう というか、イローフみたいな遠いところまであの人一人でお茶を買いに行かせて大丈夫なの？道に迷ったりしないか心配じゃない？
人のいるところには必ず道がある。
どういうこと？
彼女なら誰かに道を尋ねるだろ
それで？
う。見知らぬ地で人と出会い、親しくなり、そして別れる。長い旅路となるだろう。旅路が長ければ長いほど自分の足跡が残る。その足跡が深ければ歳月でも容易には消し去れなくなる。
へえ、つまり彼女に新しい友達を作ってほしいって
But
こと？
he knows that Jungle sex love is
なるほ
but
どね。
pretends not to
で
know.
も
It's
今
kinda
の
true
話
for
から
some
すると
characters.
実はリーユへの人じゃないの？
おそらく以前は違った。だがこれからそうなるかもしれない。
ますます不思議。ああ、見て、誰か来たみたい。
フータオに勝利。ここにいたのか。
旅人パイもまさかこんなところで会えるなんて。あ、シハクさんも一緒だったんだ。
We ran into each other by chance.
あなたたちなかなか縁が深いみたいだね。
オイラたち、こいつと一緒にイローフまでお茶を買いに行ったんだ。勝利のお使いなんだけど、こいつ全然道を知らないから。まずい、お茶。なんか忘れてると思ったらお茶を買うのを忘れてたんだ。
Actually, I didn't forget. I did remember. I did remember. But yeah, Huta at the very least knows he is Rex Lapis. Huta was like pretty perceptive actually. And he actually showed himself in a dream to a bunch of Adepti. So like all the Adepti know, of course. But some around them also have an inkling there is more to Zhongli than it seems. Yeah, I like catching mine now. Because catching was like a big Rex Lapis hater, but then became a Rex Lapis lover, right?
ならもっと前に教えてくれ。
そういうことなら気にすることはない。新茶は毎年できる。無理に求める必要はない。
そうだね。勝利さんはどこでもお茶くらい飲めるし、気にしなくて大丈夫だよ。
そう言ってもらえてよかったぜ。へへ。
でもお茶を買いに行ったなら、どうしてこんな人里離れた場所まで来ちゃったの？
今、シハクをいろんな場所に案内してるんだ。リーユエ港から出発して、イローフ、行営層、そして警察層を回ってここにやってきたんだ。
もうそんなにたくさんの場所を回ったんだね。
そう言われると確かに。そろそろリーユエ港に戻った方がいいかもな。
What are you two doing here, Hutao, Zhongli?
へへへ。勝利さんは私のお墓参りに付き合ってくれてるの。解凍祭だし、仙人も先祖も両方祀らないとね。
先祖を祀る？待って、もしかして君は無謀童子、それか首席インカ名朝の継承者？
お前、全部思い出したのか。
え、紫伯さん、王城堂と八鬼のことを知ってるの？
講談師から八鬼連東との話を聞いたことがあるの。
それだけじゃないでしょ。八鬼連東とのことを知ってる人は多いけど、同種である私の家の流派を一目で見抜ける人はそうそういないよ。勝利さん、あなたの旧友、やっぱりただものじゃないね。でも今日はこの後も山に行かなきゃいけないから時間がないんだ。今度みんなでお茶を飲みながらおしゃべりしよう。ついでにお月見もして詩でも読もう。
もろもろの用意は風道主に任せるわ。
ひひひ。うん。あ、そうだ。ずっと外出してたわけだし、疲れを取るためにも帰りは防除旅館で一泊してった方がいいんじゃない？
Thanks for the advice.
気にしないで。じゃあ私と勝利さんはこれで失礼するね。それじゃ。
フータオって気遣いができるやつだよな。あいつの言う通り、防除旅館で一晩休んでこうぜ。 あそこからは敵歌集が一望できるんだぜ。それに眺めがいいだけじゃなく、料理長玄章の自慢の料理も食べれるんだ。
坊女、なかなか面白い名前ね。見に行ってみるのも悪くなさそう。
よし、じゃあ行こうぜ。
Okay, I think I'll have to end this quest for now. Like, leave it here for now. I don't want to end the stream like at least a couple minutes before 11 p.m. as well, because that's when the next Zenless, like the Zenless maintenance will start soon. And I want to quickly spend some of my charge in that game before that happens. Polarm? Rosaria? No, then probably Raiden. Yeah. Actually, it was only one down arrow, so it couldn't have been... it could have never been Rosaria. That was a misguess. Electropolarm from Inazuma? Or not from Inazuma, actually. Sinnoh. Yeah, I could have gotten this egg way sooner. You're saying you like how I wear my vision. You suddenly have an eye for a priceless treasure. Well then, I bet you'd like to pet it. Pet it. Pet my vision. Dory? I was like, does her genie have the treasure, to have the vision? But probably not. I bet you'd like to pet it? Pet a vision? Gaming? No. I don't know this voice actress, but at least I know it should be a girl. Pet it? Oh my god, what? Like an eye for priceless treasure? It's somebody who's kind of like full of themselves a bit at least. Is it Lali? No. Like Farzan? But is there anything special about her vision? But it does sound like a line that Farzan could say. Or like Hutao, this could be a line she could say, but I don't see like the pet. Why would we want to pet the vision? Or like the treasure that contains the vision? The thing that contains the vision, that could be pet. Yeah? Okay, I got it. It's in her earring. And like it would be... Pet it would be like the... her ears.
わらわの神の目の付け方が好きじゃと？見る目があるではないか。ほれ、触ってみるか？
Okay, we got there eventually. What is this? What is this? I'm kind of thinking like, I don't know, I'll hit him. Oh wait, it's Wanderer, right? No, it's not. Faruzan? Okay, it was Faruzan. I was kind of close with like Sumeru from the start and Sumeru Anemo. Salute! Sarah? Goro. Not the female sign. Shanjo from before 1.6, Jingyuan. Above 1.0 from Shanjo. Luocha. There are not actually many characters from like between 1.0 and 1.6 from Shanjo. And it's not Distraction, so it's like Guinaifen. No, wait, we need to focus now. Wait. Above 1.4, so it's 1.5. Huohuo. No. Because it's not Abundance. But Huohuo was 1.5, right? Or was Huohuo 1.4? 1.3 was Jingliu and Dan Heng. Or no. 1.3 was... No. 1.2 were the Stellaron Hunters. 1.3 was Dan Heng. 1.4 was Jingliu Topaz. So 1.5 was Huohuo. And? Huohuo and? 1.6 was Ratio and Ruan Mei. Hanya Shuei! And it's not Hanya, so it's Shuei. Was Shuei a patch, was Hanya a patch before Shuei? It has to be Hanya. She's physical and she's Nihility. Nice. We got there. I started so close. And then kind of wandered off, but came back there. Just in time. Annoyances are a luxury to me. Jade? No. Aventuring? Keridra? No, it's not Jinglyu. I know it's not Jinglyu. Oh, like Black Swan. No.
悩み、私には贅沢すぎるものですね。
That's Shuei? Or is it Hanya?
悩み、私には贅沢すぎるものですね。
I think that's Shuei. Should.
悩み、私には贅沢すぎるものですね。
Or is it Hanya? It's either one of those. It's either Hanya or Shuei. The line, the way she says it, the voice kinda I want to think Shuei, but the way she says it is like Hanya.
悩み、私には贅沢すぎるものですね。
No, it was Shuei, and I ruined my perfect streaks everywhere. And by Shuei as well. Why did I just pick Shuei? Oh no. Small ambulance? Like what? Huohuo? What? Wait, what are we doing? Bailo. Man, what a blunder. What a blunder. I'm ashamed of myself. This is like Lucy? Easy. Okay. Thank you everybody very much for watching. But this will be the end of the stream for today. I do have a stream every single day. Why is it so hard to find somebody to raid on this list? Okay, somebody who plays Genshin. Here we go. You can really consider to the stream, notifications, like, and yeah, normally I stream 3 hours before now, but tomorrow we'll be streaming 6 hours before now. This will be an early stream for the new Zenless patch, and we'll be pulling for Sana. I'm very excited for that. So if you want to see some pulling, make sure to come by, swing by tomorrow. So yeah. See ya then. And the next Genshin stream, we'll finish this Z-Bike quest on Saturday. Bye bye!